Christine Althouse, and every Friday at 11 a.m., I come live to you and share stories of individuals who will inspire us. I also share small businesses and entrepreneurs who I love to highlight and give them the exposure that they well deserve. And most of them are businesses from our rural area, Trent Hills, here in Ontario, Canada, and also through the Northumberland County. But in the future, I will be bringing in guests that are from all over as well, because I make it a point to connect myself with people better than myself in business and in life. And it's only fair for me to share them with you as well, don't you think? So that is one of the great things that I love about Coffee Time with Christine. And it's about the stories and making your day better. So today I'm going to share with you a little video that I did quite a while ago, actually. And the reason I thought I would share this with you today is one, my guest that was going to join me today actually had a family emergency. So I decided to, instead of rushing around to find another guest for this week, I thought, what a great opportunity to share with you a video that I did. I don't know. I don't know how many years ago it was, but you can tell by when you watch the video, it was a few years ago. Um, it's before we redid our living room, so it's still because I recorded the video in our living room and we had our dark burgundy walls, and so it was it was quite a while ago, and it's amazing to see through pictures and videos the transformations that we can even do in ourselves by seeing those, but also in our environment. And when I came and rewatched this video the other day, I was like, wow, what a difference paint color makes. So that's something you'll notice in the video as well. But right now, with everything that's going on, we just got some more news here in Ontario that we are at our stay at home for, until June 2nd. So my heart is so heavy right now for small businesses and everybody here, that it's suffering. People are just suffering, and negativity is definitely taking over. How many of you watching this agree? Like, I have my days. For the most part, I'm an upbeat, positive person. If you know me, you know that. But, there are days where it just weighs on me as well, and I feel it. I feel emotion. I'm the type of person that will cry from movies and television shows and soap opera weddings. Like, I'm an emotional person. Happiness, sad, like I cry at drop of a hat. I'm just very emotional. So I feel these things. So we have homeschooled. If you didn't know that about us, we have homeschooled. So our daughter and our son have been homeschooled since grade 5 and grade 2. Since then, our son has continued to be homeschooled. Our daughter did go back into the high school system halfway through grade 10. But while, they were both home and we were, doing this, we did an experiment because I wanted to see how powerful. I had heard about it. We always, we listen to teachers talk about this. We hear people talk about how powerful our words are and how they mold the world around us, our own personal world. So I said to the kids, let's do an experiment. So the results we got from this experiment blew our minds. Like, it just completely blew our minds. We were excited about it. We had anticipated that we would see a change, but we had no idea what we were in for when we actually got the results. And since then, it's been a great reminder. Yeah, you know what? I can't even speak to share the impact of this video without just going ahead, and I'm going to share this video with you. And then afterwards, I'll come back and and talk a little bit about it maybe. But I would love for you to share in the comments if you've experienced this or how this video I'm going to share with you impacted you. Were you expecting these results? And I would just love to hear from you. So I'm going to play the video. It is a few minutes. I think it's 6 or 7 minutes long, and then I will come back here to you. And if anybody's open to chatting about it, then I will be here to chat to you with it. All right. So here we go. Hey everyone, Christine Altos here, and I am super excited to share an experiment with you that I did with my kids. It's been 2 weeks since we started this experiment, and you would not believe the results that we got. Now, what we had done is we took an apple and we split it in half, okay? And we put them into 2 different containers. So here's one half, and we wrote negative on it, okay? And then we put the other half in an identical container, and it says positive. Okay. Now, why did we do this? Because we wanted to see how powerful our words are. Okay. So the one that's in the negative container, we spoke only negative words to. Okay. Talk smack to it, tell them it's no good and you'll never be a good apple. You never tasted good, all that kind of stuff. And then the positive apple, we just said positive things to all the time, telling how wonderful it is and it tastes so great and it's such a beautiful shade of red, those kind of things. And when my children helped me with this, we would do them at separate times. So if they were going to do it at the same time, they would take the apples at opposite ends of the house so they wouldn't cross-contaminate the words. and then come back and put them. So we always stored them in the exact same place, the exact same containers, treated them exactly the same way, just changed our words. And would you like to see the results? Okay. So here is the positive apple. Okay, we only spoke positive words to it. And as you can see, it's just brown and it's dry from being exposed to the air for 2 weeks. Well, it had a lid on it, but it just looks like what an apple would look like if we left it out. Okay. Now, this is the surprising part. Well, maybe it isn't. Here is the negative apple. Can you see the difference? All the outside is all soft, so it's all rotting, okay? And there is mold growing in the inside. As you can see, it's all growing, all fuzz on top of there. It's disgusting, isn't it? We've seen a difference in only 3 days in how we treated these apples. It's unbelievable, the difference in these 2 apples. Maybe I'll put them side by side so you can see them. If I don't put my finger through this one. Okay, so there they are. The positive and the negative. Same apple, cut in half, different results. Treated differently. Same environment, everything else was the same. So that just proves to me that the proof is in the apple, not the pudding. Story. That our words are very powerful, very powerful. And it's not just the words that we might speak to each other, but these are also the words we speak to ourselves. Okay? So when you're speaking negative or talking down to yourself or someone else, just think of the effect that it's doing to that person's soul. It might not show on the outside, but there's scar tissue inside from those words. So from now on, for me, when I maybe accidentally might say something, even to my children, to myself, to my spouse, I'm always going to think in the back of my head, ooh, remember those apples? Choose your words wisely, Christine. And then it also brings me back to scripture, because scripture even speaks of this. In Matthew 15, verse 11, it says it's not what goes into the body that defiles a person, but what comes out of the mouth that defiles a person. Okay, and then it goes on into verse 18 that says, from the heart, the mouth speaks. So if you're not a happy person and you're happy to just speak negativity all the time,
Well, I think, your environment, what's happening to your life is just, it's proof of who you're being. Now, if you're a positive person and you're just loving and caring, and I'm not saying that you don't probably speak negatively, but majority of your life is positive. So you're getting a positive outlook on life and you're feeling good about yourself. Now, not everybody is going to be 100% positive all the time. But why I wanted to share this with you is because I wanted you to realize that your words are so powerful. They create your whole life. They affect the people around you. They affect you. So if you get anything out of this, just remember apples. What happened to an apple when Christine did that experiment with her children? There was proof in the apple. I mean, maybe do this experiment yourself just to make sure that, for yourself, you can see the difference, because sometimes just seeing is believing, and doing it yourself. So, anyways, I thought this was a pretty amazing experiment that my kids did, because it's been proof for my kids on how powerful their words are. And siblings fight a lot, argue a lot, and this has just been something that we can actually bring to their attention, more times now. Remember the apples, I actually said to my husband today, I'm like, you know what? I give you permission to text me. If you hear me speaking anything to our children or anything, just text me. Remember the apples, and I'll do that for you too. So, anyhow, thank you for watching this video. And like I showed you, the proof is in the apple, not the pudding. And please watch your words, because it does create your life. And take care, and we'll talk to you again real soon when I have something else to share with you. Okay, take care. Bye bye.
Wow. Mind blowing, isn't it? It is so crazy to see the difference in that same apple that was cut in half, and one was all positive and the other one was all negative. Incredible. Did you expect those results? Because we were hoping to get results, but we never expected how powerful that really was. So now you're probably wondering why I'm back and I have this fancy hat on. Well, I wanted to let you know about next week's guest. So, next week, my guest is Tracy, and she has an incredible business that she had to create because of the pandemic. She is a travel agent. And of course, with everything going on, her business was gone. And so she had to think outside of the box. So she has created virtual vacations. So she's going to share with us next week the location of her next virtual retreat. And I think it's going to be the week after our meeting. So